Hello and welcome to an unboxing of a high-end controller for the PS4, which we have here is the Astro C40. This is pretty expensive. This is definitely not your average controller. This is a pretty much competitive controller. So if you play a lot of video games a lot and really serious into gaming and want some customizability in your controller, this controller definitely will fit the bill. It's pretty pricey, and most people, you could probably buy a couple controllers for the price of this one, but it's pretty hefty. It's well made. Let's look at the box here, and you kind of see I'll show you the front earlier. This is the back. It's just kind of showing all the features, tons of features, and you can kind of see in the very bottom there, you can actually swap. What's kind of unique about this one, you can actually swap the sticks, the analog sticks, and the D-pad around. So we'll show you that in a little bit, but as you can see, it is for the PlayStation 4, and also you can use it on the PC. So let's crack this open, knocked out the tape. And I did a review earlier on our most recent purchase for the Xbox, my Xbox One X. I bought the Microsoft's Xbox Elite controller, which is in the same category as this, is a high-end one. And I never got the Scuff or the Vantage, none of those high-end controllers from Scuff. So I settled for this one for my PS4, since I did have a high-end one for my Xbox. So I figured I'll just get one for my PS4. And you can kind of see the box is a nice, very fancy-looking box. Definitely has a premium feel to it. It's a slip cover. It's a little bit different than if you had the Xbox One X controller box. Just you slip up, but this is actually a little bit different design. Kind of cool. Kind of almost, I don't want to say modular, but I like the little orange accent there. Nice looking packaging here for this controller, which for the amount of money you pay for this, you would definitely expect for the package to be top notch. And as you remove this, you can kind of see the orange accent carries on through the box. Pretty nice. And as we see, there is the hard case. It's a nice little fabric over it with the documents there. And there's the inside, more of the orange, cool black and orange, nice accent. And as you can see, it's a really nice looking case with the logo kind of embossed like a rubber on there, and you can see where the zipper is. Pretty almost like a sealed zipper, where it's got that rubber lining. And even, like I said, even the logo is really nice, a little rubber embossed kind of. And here is the I don't want to say warranty information, support, kind of list of social media and don't take it to the store and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much their support card, all the information on it. And then there is the safety and compliance little insert. And here we have the quick start guide, and this is definitely not your typical traditional instruction manual where it's a folded booklet, but this is actually a fold out, a large fold out, almost like about as big as a small poster. But I've used to these type of instruction manuals from other electronics I've had in the past, but I'm not sure why they went this route and made one of these large, cumbersome looking fold out instruction manual. But there's shows a big schematic of all labeling what each button does, and there's all the different steps. So this controller it's wired, and also I'll show you here, it's also has it's wireless. It doesn't have Bluetooth. It has a little USB dongle that you'll connect to your PS if you want the wireless part. But and this controller does not have AA batteries like a Microsoft controller would. These are rechargeable, I believe, lithium batteries in this. So there is the controller. It's a very nice looking controller, very nice. Let's just zoom the camera in real quick and see if you can get a better look at this. And then the case inside has got a nice little area, little net, little pocket there for the USB cable that you could use, that you would use for recharging the controller. Also connecting to your PS4 to play. Also, if you want to connect it wired, also to your PC or Mac. They also have a PC and a Mac. There's also customizable software you could download to your computer that you can actually totally customize each of the buttons and so forth on the controller, and set different profiles, and it basically save it right to the controller. So whatever, how you want to customize it, it's all saved within the controller, and you can change it on the fly in the software. And you can see the paddles. It's instead of it has only 2 sets of paddles, unlike the other ones that have like 4. They're kind of looks nice. They're built into the controller, and definitely a really nice feel to this whole controller. I mean, you just look at it, it's really looking well made there. And you can see the touchpad up there in the middle, and then the PS4 button right there. As I zoom in there, you can see the button. And that touchpad, as far as I know, it's definitely exclusive for the PS4, because as far as I know, the PC, if you connect this to a PC, that touchpad is not going to be non-functional, as far as I know. And then right there you can see where the headphone jack would go. And you can see the 2 red buttons there. The one on the left is kind of, you switch to wireless or USB mode, and then the one on the right side, that's your profile. So you have profile 1, profile 2. So when you do the software, if you customize your paddles, all your buttons reassigned for different game types, you can actually have those profile 1 or profile 2 saved to that controller. And just give it a nice overall look at this. And you can see the right and left bumpers and the triggers. And like I said, that little switch on button switching there, that to the right, that's the profile. So you have profile 1 and profile 2, and then that is the, if you want to switch to wireless or to USB again. So, and then here I think I was thinking that button was actually the trigger stops, but that one, those trigger stops are actually those 2 red buttons on near the paddles on the bottom of the controller. Those are the trigger stops. So trigger stops, basically you'll get more play, you see there, and if you switch back, you get less play in the trigger stop. So the less play is really good for shooters. So instant, for shooters, those are perfect. So it's kind of showing those trigger stops for you in the left and right trigger. There you go. See a lot of play. So that's normal game, what you normally would have, and then there's trigger stop is pretty much, the length of that is pretty much shortened. And yeah, definitely you can see it's definitely metal. Is definitely very very tight in the controller. And the touchpad, pretty much all the same configurations for as your PS4 controller. So let's take a look at the different little accessories that come with this. Here is the USB dongle that if you want to switch it to wireless mode, you just plug that into your PS4 and that'll make your wireless. And here's the little hex tool, screwdriver. There's 4 little bolts you probably saw when I was showing the controller. I'll show you in a second. You can take the panel off, and we'll show you, demonstrate that what that tool is exactly for. And you can see here's the little sticks, the rounded top, really short. And here's another different with a little texture, concave, a little bit taller analog stick if you want to use that one. And so here we're going to look at the little tool. So you see, just pop these little 4 screws off, and you can take these 4 screws off. Really, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's the way they got this put together. You just unscrew them. What you do is you'll pop, not that, but you'll see the whole, this little bezel there, little thing they got in it, that just fell out. But which is kind of cool about this, you actually, that pops out, and the reason why that does, this is controlled a little bit different compared to, let's say, the Elite controller. So you just pop that whole stick out, And you can actually take that out, and you can actually reconfigure this. So if you want your D-pad, let's see if we could try to get this D-pad out of here without a struggle. But you can take that D-pad out, and if you want to put that D-pad where, like, let's say you want to swap, you want to put it there and for a different type of game, put the D-pad there, and or if you could even put the D-pad on the right side stick. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's really neat how they did that. So if you're comfortable with the D-pad in that location, or if you want to, you know, put the D-pad on the right stick, this is why they pretty much had that panel come out. So I think it's pretty ingenious what they did. It's held by magnets. So actually, we put this back on. So if you want to pop these off, they're pretty tight on there, but they're not don't look like they're magnets, but it takes a little finagling to take them off. So as you can see here, I'm trying to put it in. It's like, you know, I think it's kind of better if I actually pick the controller up and let's try this again and see if we can pop that back in. And yeah, there is definitely no worry about those little caps, those little sticks popping out while you're playing a game. So they're pretty much nicely tight in there. Take a little finagling to get them off, but they're in there nice and tight. And here's a software you can customize the C40 controller. It's available on the PC or the Mac. Here is the section for the mapping. You can remap all the different buttons and different areas in the paddles. Sticks, the left stick, right stick sensitivity can also be adjusted too, along with the trigger sensitivity. You can adjust the right and the left triggers, and the microphone and the C40 speaker on there. The volumes, all this can be adjusted to an equalizer, along with the rumble, left and right intensity, and the LED brightness can be adjusted too. Using the C40, as you can see here on the Titanfall 2, I've been pretty impressed with the feel and the different buttons and the stick and everything else. Just the performance on this so far, I'm pretty impressed with it. It feels pretty good in hand. Definitely would recommend this controller for anybody's looking out for a high-end controller for their PlayStation 4. For what I've gotten so far of use of it, I'm pretty impressed with it. So with that being said, thanks for watching this video, and I hope it's pretty helpful. If you do, please share the video for anyone else may be looking at this controller, might want to look at, see what it all has and what's included. Please share the video, and also do leave that like if you do like the video. And as always, I appreciate you subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.